From Heart of Illinois ABC, Kyle Beachy, Janice Rebholz, Chief Meteorologist Brian Walder, and Sports Director J.D. Rachu. This is Heart of Illinois ABC News at 5:30.
The two men found dead in a car last night in Peoria are identified as brothers. Thanks for joining us at 5:30. I'm Janice Rebholz.
And I'm Kyle Beachy. Police are investigating their deaths as a double homicide. Alex Gall spoke with neighbors and the coroner today. He's got details right now live from the scene.
The Peoria County coroner says two brothers were dead in a car for over 24 hours before neighbors say kids found their bodies.
This is a case that's unlike any case that I've presided over since I've been the coroner.
Coroner Jamie Harwood identifying the men as 27-year-old Eric and 22-year-old Zamian Bailey. Both were shot multiple times and likely died instantly Wednesday night around 6 p.m. He says the violence weighs heavily on both the family and the city.
They were obviously very taken back, very saddened. They're planning funerals for two of their family members. It's a heavy weight for the city, and it's a heavy weight for the family to carry through the grief process for sure.
Harwood says the two brothers were close and spent a lot of time together. Meanwhile, at the scene, friends and family say they are puzzled by what happened and are still processing their emotions. Multiple neighbors told us the car had been sitting in that location for at least 2 days. Neighbors I spoke with Thursday told me this has been a traumatizing experience for their normally quiet neighborhood.
This could happen anywhere to anybody, and it's sad for their ages, you know, that they had so much more to live for.
Police have not released any information about suspects in this case. They're asking for the public's help in figuring out what happened. And if you have any information, you can contact Peoria Police or Crime Stoppers anonymously. We're live in Peoria. I'm Alex Gall, Heart of Illinois, ABC.
And it's been 1 year since the Peoria County clerk lost her son to gun violence, but today, no one's been arrested for the crime.
Andy Weber joins us now from the newsroom with the continued search for Ryan Greenwood's killer.
Kyle, Janice, even though it's been a year since his death, the memorial for Ryan Greenwood on the 1700 block of Bigelow remains intact, also enduring his mother's search for justice. This was the scene 1 year ago on Peoria's West Bluff. Police were called here after a ShotSpotter alert came in around 11:30. When officers arrived, Ryan Greenwood was found lying on the ground with a gunshot wound to the chest. The coroner said the 30-year-old likely died instantly. 3 months later, in August 2020, Rachel Parker held a press conference to encourage people to come forward.
If you saw something, say something. Clear your conscience and help us get justice for Ryan.
Another 9 months later, police still need some cooperation.
I'm frustrated, I'm angry, and as a mom, sometimes you're disappointed in yourself because you don't know if you did what you're supposed to do. And I did what I thought was right.
Parker says despite all that, she's not giving up. She drives by her son's memorial every day, committed to finding out who killed him. Whitney Jensen, Ryan's cousin, shares the frustration.
They say that this place, this location is the heart of Peoria. Where's the heart? Where's the love? Show up. Say something. I don't understand. Help me understand.
Police and, as you heard there, the family are still looking for any information that can lead to an arrest. If you know anything or saw something last June, call Crime Stoppers. That number again, that's 309-673-9000. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Andy. Now we're heading to Chief Meteorologist Brian Walder with a look outside.
Yeah, pretty pleasant view outside downtown Peoria right now. A lot of sunshine this morning. We saw a few fair weather clouds develop out there this afternoon, this evening, but all things considered, a pretty quiet day of weather. A nice live look there at the Spirit of Peoria, but a very warm and a little bit muggy evening. Satellite radar is not showing much, as we would expect on a mostly sunny day, and that view should stay quiet overnight as well. Temperatures right now in the low to mid 80s, so we are a few degrees higher than this time yesterday by about 3 to 5 degrees. It means we'll be about 3 to 5 degrees higher than what we woke up to earlier today. Low temperatures right around 60. We should remain mainly clear throughout the rest of the night and into tomorrow morning. It will be warm and humid again tomorrow, but getting much hotter for the weekend. Details on that forecast in a few minutes.
And the summer-like heat is just in time for the first major music event in Peoria since the pandemic started. Tonight, thousands of people heading to the Louisville Slugger Complex for Tailgate and Tall Boys.
Harry Croton is out there live. Harry, what's the atmosphere like out there tonight?
Well, Kyle, it is a great atmosphere. And Brian, that weather report has a good thing to do with this. It's just beautiful weather, and all these concert goers are very excited to get in there and enjoy 3 days of music action. This is the first time anyone in the Peoria area has been able to do this in more than a year. So as you can see, the vibes are great. The excitement is flying. We've got Florida-Georgia line headlining tonight, but it doesn't stop there. Tomorrow night, we'll have Ludacris, Sam Hunt, John Party to tap things off. And venue hosts I've spoken with say they expect around 16,000 people per day over the next 3 days. I can say about 1,000 have passed by me just in the past few minutes. So great vibes here, and we'll check back in a little bit later this evening and see how things are going. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Harry. And for the first time since July of 2020, the Tri-County region is reporting fewer than 100 cases of COVID-19 over the last week. Right now, there are 33 people hospitalized with COVID in the Tri-County region as numbers continue to drop. Chris Setti with the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council says vaccinations are helping the area, but consumers cannot expect service industries to be operating at full 100% efficiency right away after over a year of restrictions.
Have a little patience, a little grace, understand that everybody's getting back into the swing of things at the same time, but it's time for us to get back, to being, productive and involved and engaged members of this community.
Setti also talked about business practices after the Phase 5 reopening. That is June 11th. He says that some businesses may require masks. He's urging people not to get upset because every business has the right to require that on their property.
A new bill should save small businesses on taxes, and it's a Republican-sponsored bill that has bipartisan support. The SALT tax deduction, state and local taxes, have a cap of $10,000. That was put in place by President Trump's tax cuts back in 2017. This bill allows small business owners to avoid that federal cap by changing the way they file with the IRS, potentially saving them several $1,000s a year.
On the Illinois side of this bill, it's revenue neutral. There is no cost to the state of Illinois, but it allows our small businesses to opt in, just as other states are starting to do, to a federal tax cut.
Peoria Tire hopes to be able to offer raises as a result. State Senator Stoller says Governor Pritzker has told him that he supports that bill, and he believes that if the governor signs it, it could help more than 400,000 small business owners.
Many businesses have their help wanted signs out, but no takers. They're hoping to find future employees today at a job fair. The McLean County Chamber of Commerce put that fair on outside the Eastland Mall. And if you can see here, it looks like a decent turnout. Charlie Moore with the Chamber of Commerce says every employer he's talking to right now is looking for people. He hopes this fair will help employers who are desperate.
We have over 60 exhibitors here today, representing over 1,400 jobs. These people are interviewing and hiring on site. So people who are coming today are likely walking out with at least an interview, if not the opportunity to start a new job as soon as tomorrow.
If you weren't able to make the job fair today, you can always visit the Chamber website. They will post jobs from today that are available.
An East Peoria school with just over 200 students donated more than $2,000 for Easter seals. Every year, Glendale Elementary School has an end-of-year celebration, and this year, they're celebrating by giving back. The school hosted a Change for Charity drive where kids brought in their spare change. The principal says they chose to donate to Easter Seals Central Illinois to help celebrate diversity.
We celebrate our differences here. We wanted to make sure that we continue to teach that with our kids and share some kindness in the world that's needed.
A spokesperson for Easter Seals says it gives them a lot of hope to see the students come together to support other kids of all abilities. And Glendale isn't done yet. Now the school is raising money for St. Jude.
For one Eureka College student, a unique journey ends with graduation. Carrie Berry grew up in Peoria. She had her first child at 15 years old. That wasn't going to stop her from being successful. After graduating from Peoria High in 2011, she went to ICC. In 2015, she earned her associate's degree. She didn't have plans to continue her education until she discovered the Uniquely Eureka program. It gives students with an associate's degree who are in financial need an opportunity to go to Eureka College for free. 27-year-old Berry applied, and to her surprise, she was selected. By the time she was in the program, she was raising 4 kids.
It's really hectic trying to navigate doing schoolwork and then taking care of children, and then adding on the pandemic. You now have to be their teacher and your own teacher. It's just pretty difficult.
Now, despite those obstacles, she became the first uniquely Eureka Promise student to graduate magna cum laude. She works with Bright Futures program in Peoria Heights, and she hopes this story will inspire others.
Still to come, police in Morton are asking for public's help after a pumpkin at Memorial Plaza was vandalized.
And there's a new statewide bill meant to crack down on puppy mills. Hear why it won't change much here in the heart of Illinois.
It was a warm, muggy day today, and temperatures only going up as we head into the weekend. Let's know how hot things get and have a look ahead to any rain chances. That forecast. There's details coming up next.